Greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, you guys and gals, and welcome back to CorpoCar Worlds Series Season 7. We've reached what I am hoping to be the last weekend of action for the 7th season of the CorpoCar Championship Trail. We have rounds 10 through 12 for today. We will have rounds in New Zealand at Hampton Downs, and then we'll have an oval race at Phoenix, and to wrap up the morning's festivities, we'll be traveling to Japan for a race at Tokachi. Let's have a look at the points standings as they are. It's Kuminoi Meal of Globy with the points lead, but a slim points lead, 273, 5 points ahead of Aegis Link's Mayfei, who's a two-time race winner this month, 268 points to her name. Then we have Ms. Horizon of VNU, who's fresh off of the announcement last night of Penelope Wiseman graduating very soon from the agency. So 259 for Misma, 14 behind Miel. Ailey Sonono of V4 Mirai is 4th with 251, and Mivi Ivori of VNU is 5th with 232. Then it's Idol Corp, and then Specialite to bring up the full entire top 10. And table, and the bottom half of the table, quite a few sleepy names we're seeing. Yeah, Nikki Ray, sounds like she's ready to check out of Idol Corp soon, and get ready to be in Indy. And Snoozy Chu, oh my, she is really quite snoozy. And oh dear, look at this. 6 DNQs, no, 6 goose eggs in a row for Amy Biso at 45th. Only 2 point scoring races, and yeah. But anyway, let's get right into the action as we say hello to our commentators. Adak and Chrono, hi there.
Hello, good morning from the States, good evening if you're in Europe, and well, in Asia Pacific as well. We got 3 races coming up, as Dak mentioned. Hampton Downs, a very interesting racing circuit in North Waikato, New Zealand. Of course, it's a pretty short circuit, all things considered. It's only like 2.3 miles. And then we also got an oval, which is essentially Phoenix Raceway, which is an interesting venue to think about. And here is also a venue that has been familiar in aero competitions, Tokachi Raceway, up in the Hokkaido part of Japan. Lots of 90-degree corners, pretty flat, but still got lots of challenge, especially with its cold weather. I'm interested to see how this develops in the coming hours. And Chrono, you gotta be excited about this as well, don't you?
Sorry? What were you saying?
Yeah, you gotta be excited about this. Our prospect, do you, about the next 3 races?
Alright, so let's go ahead and
Keep a watchful eye.
Yeah, keep a watchful eye on the action here. Have a TV on showing Le Mans. And
Le Mans.
Yeah.
My man.
Okay. Load.
Alright, let's get to the load button. And I do want to point out about recent DNQ woes for some of these drivers. Snoozy Chu absolutely snoozing throughout the entire season so far. First 9 races, 7 DNQs. I wonder if a average points per race system would have worked wonders for those who DNQ a lot.
It will involve a lot of math, though, is my concern.
Well, I might try to make a hypothetical. I can try to make a hypothetical. What do we call it? This one. But anyways, we are going to take a look into the onboard here for the start of the lap. Here, you have already gone into turn 1. As you can see here, a very fast corner, and now coming to the braking zone into turn 2. Very heavy here. Well, we'll talk about the basically the sheets later. As you can see, you're coming into the exit into turn 3. This is where you need to test a lot of downforce in your car. And here comes a very long turn 4. It feels like the corner is very much never ending, but you need to get the right apex though to carry some exit speed into turn 5. Brake into turn 5, carry as much speed as possible. The width of these tracks actually varies into turn 6. I think it's a second gear corner, but I really can't tell. And then into turn 7, one of those slow corners coming up. And then a short burst into turn 8. I think she'll also take into low gears. This one, absolutely a first gear corner, so take it easy there. Don't end up onto the gravel track. Also easy on the curves. The curves are also pretty high. And then into a pretty much double apex right-hander, turn 9. But you can just hug the curves all you can, and then exit the corner for a flat-out burst into the main straight, and that should be a lap here in Hampton Downs.
Yes, thank you for that preview, Hadak. Let's go ahead and set the grid. Oh yeah, you can see the speed in miles per hour, the RPM, and the gears in the upper left-hand corner, just above the TV tower.
MPH, huh? Because yeah.
Yeah. You know where I'm from, but in AC I have the speed set to kilometers per hour. Or a more international audience.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Also, AC is made by Italians.
Yeah, I am fully aware of that. As we check to see if the field looks good, and it I guess it looks fine by me. Let's see who will not qualify. Ooh, Mayfair didn't qualify.
Oh dear.
Race winner didn't qualify. Just had too slow of a time here.
Barney Barkswell also. Yep,
names.
I also noticed Barney Barkswell not in the race as well. Savaltanya, Poco Raccoon, the artist, also not in the race as well. You can read who has DNQ'd at your own time. Sarah Lucero, Luna Lunette.
Another DNQ for Sarah Lucero. That's 5 consecutive no scores. And 4 consecutive DNQs now for Sarah.
So it is very much a concern right now. As by the way, I am doing some what do we call it? I am essentially doing a testing here, as I am going to do some testing as I am on the sheets to see if we could do a average points per race basis, if I can do that. But anywho, we are coming into the last of the DNQ, whereas Nova Aokami, Taiga Torakami, Shibi Cotton Bomb not having a good bomb right now. And also Tomoe Omari from Vdere also not having a good time.
So yeah.
And Trigger is our last DNQ.
For this. No, Trigger did qualify. Nova dealing with the track preview driver's curse. Go ahead.
So Tomoe is the last to fall.
Yep. So anyways, let's congratulate the STEM Pack for her pole position.
So yeah.
Very energetic.
And then Goro and Lumi and Mercy and Mivi and Terran. And continue, please.
So Kaisai Kota.
In 7th, yeah, true. Alisa no 8th, Raw Arctos 9th, Amoria 10th, Terra in 11th, Viridis in 12th, Snoozy Chew now wakes up from her slumber. She now starts 13th. Chrono.
Faulty in 14th. Coney 15th, Nikki also departing 16th. Eliza Dariv at 17th. Admira Wavenhot at 18th. Reina Ronronea in 19th. Minya Scott 20th. Utahime Mochizuki following after her, then followed by Mizma, Ruby, Chitamu, Rem, and Imi.
And Adak?
All right, so continuing on the rest of the field here, we got looking at the rest of the field. I think we're starting at just want to check here. Maeve Morvair in 27, Mimi Mayoko in 28, Kokone in 29, Kumanoi Miel in 30th place. Looking at the last 6 cars on the grid, Perry Wiggleton and Curious Peak make up row 16. Hysteria and Azusa Honami in in the 17th row, and making up the final row of the grid, Yei Yugiri and Triggerfish. Interesting here as we are now going to essentially get ourselves ready for round 10 of CorpoCar Worlds Season 7.
Yes, an interesting field set here in this race in New Zealand, Waikato, New Zealand. North Waikato, New Zealand. Let's see how it is for the first of 3 races for today. All right, everyone is set to go. Let's get right to it.
Very much an interesting sight here. Let's hit the race button.
All right, here come the red lights. Stimpack leading everyone off to the green flag, the green lights, and they are on. The green lights are on. Here we go. We're rolling here in Hampton Downs.
And that's a great start though from Stimpack. Now pulls away from the rest of the field. Galmi, I believe, has now taken second place as the cars now launch themselves into the second corner. Anyways, we got also the rest of the field now trying to hang on to where they are at the moment. Everyone just staying.
I'm seeing body work. I'm seeing body work.
There's body work.
Yep, body. Yeah. I do notice that the scar parts flying. That's also Maeve Morvarin losing her front wing. Ouch.
Ouch, yeah. Ruby a bit wide. Careful there. Able to correct herself, though.
Anyways, we are just checking into more battles. Can't see the situation here as Kevino Email now as we go into her chase cam, trying to get Ruby Runehart. Just drivers just taking it easy in that part of the section here. Meanwhile, as we are taking into the hairpin, everyone's doing okay. Stimpack pulls away from Goro Galmi in second place, and then in third place, of course, we still have the likes of Mercy Modiste, again doing a very good job in the race.
One lap through. One lap through, Stimpack, Goro, and Mercy. With Lumi just behind Mercy.
It's another podium for Wheeler and her. And into the pits May goes.
That's the only driver. That's the only driver in pit after one.
Hampton Downs, huh?
Yeah, Hampton Downs, a track in New Zealand.
Yeah, I will have to put that on the pool too.
Let's just, in the. Anywho, we are just checking into a string of drivers now, pretty much spread out between I believe the top 5 and top 10. That's what I have noticed as well, as we're now already 2 minutes past.
Currently, the lead pack, the middle pack, and the bottom pack. As I'm observing from the track map.
Okay, here's
notice.
Kai Sakota, who's graduating very soon, and I just realized I had her livery fixed up. Just needed to fix a bit of a mistake. I forgot to implement the fix onto her livery. Still, yeah. So, yeah, maybe during the break between races, I'll have it fixed up.
Speaking of fixes, Dag,
yeah.
What's with the VGDC Master Sheet, especially on the current year grid?
So far, if I have a look at the sheets, it looks like we have 18 signups already.
Well, that is pretty much a nice thing to note here. By the way, I am doing a bit of a experimentation on the CorpoCar World Series standings as it stands, and I want to see what it looked like if we take into consideration of the amount of DNQers. Let's say to prevent the prevent this what do we call it, perception that it is unfair for those who DNQ a lot through no fault of their own, and it greatly puts those who enter all the races at a serious advantage. So I put it onto myself to think of a algorithm or calculation of a potential calculation taking into account the amount of races that they have entered. So I basically calculate that right now, and the results are actually looking to be pretty interesting here based on my attention here, because the ones that are currently on top is actually Elias Anono, who currently sits 4th in the actual standings. If you count on a points on an average points per race entered basis.
Speaking of Alias, here she is, mid-pack in 15th, just ahead of Nikki Ray.
Which is a very, very interesting sight to see indeed, as we are just going to do some extra modifications. Another thing to note about the average points per race thingy, per races entered, Shibi Cottonbum may not have entered a lot of races, where she has had 7 DNQ so far this season, but based on my calculation on a points per races entered basis, Shibi Cottonbum, you will be surprised to hear this, is not sitting 40th in the standings, but is actually inside the top 10 if you consider the races entered basis.
Quality over quantity for Madam.
Yeah, interesting championship points scheme concept right there.
I believe this is going to be, if we are going to maintain the current format of drivers DNQing here and there, here and there, and here and there, this is a good alternative championship standings to consider if we are going to go ahead, if we are just going to essentially keep the current format as it is for certain series. But anyways, we are going to go back to back on the racing action, and all 36 cars are still inside this race. Stempak leading not exactly by canter, 3 minutes over, seconds over Goro Gaomi. Mercy Modiste not far behind. Also, Mifi Ivori and Lumi Yukimi are on their own battle. Oh, there's a bit of a tangle between the two.
And I think those two are supposed to be from the same wave. Yes, they're on the same 5th gen wave. I think they're the AAA club in BNU.
Some inter-team action?
Yeah. Does seem
Inter-team
to.
action even?
Does look.
It's between the same team? Possibly?
Yeah.
What? Wanting one up maybe.
Also, I just wanted to point out, back onto the average points per race entered scheme here, one of the few underachievers for those who have entered a lot of races. I just want to look at Nikki Ray, who has only DNQ'd for 2 races, but has had a pretty abysmal run so far in the races, that she did.
Eliza commits a spin.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah, a
careful.
spin, and tries to get her back, and that's a very messy rejoin. Sacrifices her rear front wing in the process, and I saw someone going off the track as well, as now Tahimi Mochizuki is about to pile under pressure.
Yeah, I can't see where the incident is, but I think everyone else seems to be doing fine, or...
You just want to notice though about someone losing a front wing. Meanwhile, Yuri. Oh, that's a bad rejoin into Yuri Kokone. She was a helpless passenger, seeing through that, and oh my goodness, gotta have to feel for her.
Yeah, there will be words spoken on this.
Oh, that's
basically the paddock.
Yeah, unlucky for Kokone. That's going to be no points for her. And a bit of reprimanding against Yayugiri after the race for what she has done. Just
They say 5-second penalty.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to point out about the drivers about the 4 drivers who have entered in every race so far this season: Kumanui Miya, Lumi Yukime, Tomomi Toraya, and Irie Viridis. I wonder if we have missed one of them.
Well, you certainly have plenty of time to double check to see what names you may be missing. Because there's 11.5 minutes left in this race.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, I wanted to know if Shibi Cotton Bum is in this race or not, because if she doesn't,
He fell.
oh man, once again.
We have another DNF on the same lap in Azusa Honami.
Oh yeah, I am going to. Oh yeah, so I'm also going to add another what do we call it, another column in the standings which we will call it races entered. Races entered essentially adds the context of the amount of races that each of these drivers in Corpo has entered. So anyways, we got to see Imibi Sodo losing it around that looks like turn 7, but fortunately she is able to get herself back in the running. Now tries to chase Minya Scott.
While being pursued herself by Misma Racing.
Little Cool Pie. Cool Pie, little sister.
Ooh, it's little sister. Yeah. And then just wanted to check on if there's any more battles here. Oh, someone at the back. Imibiso gets overtaken by Mesmerizing. Imibiso got mesmerized by Mesmerizing as both of them now trade blows between each other. They are not exactly trading paint, but they are banging wheels of sorts.
Uh-oh, we have another stopped car. That's Snoozy Chew again! Oh, no.
And it's even worse. She's humping the tire wall. She's humping the tire wall.
That's another DNQ for Snoozy. DNF, I should say. That's a DNF for Snoozy.
Right. Just close the door. Never mind. God damn it. Bloody noise complaints. Here we go again.
Yeah, apologize for that. We apologize for that anyway. Stimpack just leading still here. As, Rem Kanashibari is also a goner.
Gonzo.
That's 4 DNQs already in this
Back
race.
to bed with her.
Yeah. So anyways, I am going to tone down for the purposes of not incurring any more noise complaints. It happens to you sometimes.
Yeah.
404.
Here, just go
careful.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of which, I just want to know though about how many drivers are still a few laps down, how many are still on the lead lap, and it turns out there's a good amount though. Maeve Morverin is one of the first drivers who are a lap down, courtesy of her damage incurred on the first lap.
This is interestingly enough not an easy track to race on, I should say.
Yeah, given the fact that this is a very narrow circuit, not many very long flat-out opportunities, not especially in between like the first corner, like before and after the first corner, which is telling of the current amount of racing that we have so far. These drivers are working magic though.
Focusing a bit on a couple of the cars, Konikan Betty and Kai Saikoda, of course, graduated from Idle very soon, and actually it's a full graduation, as in they apparently couldn't keep their IPs intact. Unlike Nikki, who will still be streaming as an indie, she was able to retain her IP, and like the other two, probably being a more long-time member of the agency than Tony and I. Yeah, one of the founding members. Yeah.
Which
Anyway,
is a very much sad departure, inevitably, all things considered.
Yeah.
But let's see
Yeah.
if Nikki Ray can give it all in her remaining races. And oh, I saw someone losing the rear. But anyways, Nikki Ray, she will be sorely missed, and I hope that she's able to get some performances in her final races in Corpo.
Yeah. Becoming Indy, may join IndyCar or Indy Lights, depends on the situation. May transfer to another corpo, but we'll see how time is very soon. Anyway, I've also read tweets about the situation she's in right now. Yeah, hopefully she's all right over there. Yeah, hopefully she's staying safe along with her.
In happier idol news, Roka is coming back.
Roka?
Well,
Yep, Roka.
Yeah.
so that's some good news for.
Have her.
So that's good.
Go ahead.
So yeah, as we are going to some good news here, Nikki Ray now chasing Alias Anono, who is an interesting bunch here about Alias Anono. She only has, based on my calculations, about hang on, just want to check the numbers here. Alias Anono only having 6 starts so far this season. As I mentioned, leads in the average points earned per races entered championship. She is leading on that section. She is currently on the battle though.
Tara again in pit lane.
Goro Gaumi pitting from second place. That's an interesting sight to see.
Yeah, that's why Stimpack now has a 19.5 second lead.
Right. So
go ahead.
So Stimpack continues to lead by a canter now. I just noticed there, because she I think leads by 22 seconds over Roa Arctos.
Yeah, now 23.28. That is impressive lead. Just concerns, though, feel issues and stuff. If she wants to give Glitch Stars their very first Worlds win.
Oh yeah, I also noticed that Kiri Kilovolt doesn't even qualify for this race. Very great.
Wait, I think she did.
Oh no, she is. Never mind, she is in this race. That's a bit of a cross wire, as we're now going on to an onboard on what is perhaps a beehive of race cars. Amongst this is Renonea, Ivory, and Yukimi now on a toe-to-toe between each other.
Whoa! Watch out.
Ivory hovering over the curves. That's Yukimi going into the gravel trap.
Well, I think so. But Ray is now closing in behind.
We'll see how it is with the laps so far. 13 through, and we're seeing 119s. Stimpack goes a bit wide. Dangerous, but luckily was able to recover. Yeah, luckily it's all clear. She still maintains a large, healthy lead, with Mercy Modis now up to P2 over quite a few drivers here. Maeve, a lapped car, Roa in third, and yeah.
Okay, Stimpack now still leading. Stimpack still leading by 23 seconds though. I don't know if this is the most dominant win in VTRP competitions. Please correct me on this one, but is this a pretty dominant win, all things considered, over second place?
Yeah, this happens usually.
At least I'm used to it.
Yeah. And it's all getting bigger and bigger.
Like the last 4 or so races are won this way. No thanks to glitches though.
Well, it just shows you that these drivers know what they need to do to dominate races. At least these are fresh faces dominating in between races.
Most notably what we now call the pit lane glitch.
Yeah.
Sure, what is the pit lane glitch? I just wanted to remind everyone to explain what the pit lane glitch is about.
Yeah, that's
Pit lane, by the way. An M, not an N, because it's really lame.
Ooh, yeah, that just explains it. Anyways, I just want to check the mid pack here, especially in fourth place, because there's a decent battle for fourth place though. Because if I am not mistaken, Mivi Ivory is beating Roa Arctos for third.
yeah.
Well, someone just mentioned about Roa Arctos on a comeback run, and now Roa Arctos goes up into third place, and now trying to see if she's able to catch up to Mercy Modiste, who is 4 seconds ahead of Roa.
In the meantime, the white flag will be waved for Stimpack as we come down to the final minute of this race.
And just Mercy Modiste doing a very good job holding on to second place. Given the current situation here, we don't expect any changes in the pecking order as of those in the top 3, well, top 2. But hey, Ivy Verdes is in this race. Very nice.
But she's doing pretty good here.
So we are coming into the... Oh, there's a car stop. A car stop. That's Perry Winkleton.
Yeah, that's the end of her race, unfortunately. It's going to be a busted
it's an engine failure.
Yeah.
But anyways, Stimpack is about to cross the line. Let's just congratulate her on what has been a dominant run so far. Is it the most dominant win in VTRP history? I don't think so. There's certainly bigger gaps than this, but this has got to be up there at the very least in corpo.
Yeah, really dominant from start to finish. Got pole, never lost her lead all throughout, and she is gonna get the 101 points and give Glitch Stars their very first CorpoCar Worlds victory. Stimpack, your winner here in Hampton Downs. Congratulations.
Well, just wanted to ask though. Oh, Triggerfish stops in the middle of the exit of turn 1 momentarily. But congratulations to Stimpack for what has been a decent win for her. Stimpack is a staff/manager, right?
She is.
Wow. Akchan and Harusaki Nodoka. Yep, it's a Harusaki Nodoka and Akchan type win as Roa Arctos crosses her line in second, beats Mercy Modiste. Mercy Modiste, I don't think, is in the conversation at this point. Where is Mercy Modiste?
Where is Mercy? Oh no, she must have dropped substantially. Oh no, that's a DNF.
On the final lap, no less, that's gotta be gut punching. Engine failure. Absolutely got to see how it ends here. Oh, and by the way, you have to possibly leave the stream now to avoid any more, what do we call it, noise complaints. So I might have to bail down here. Apologies, but I'd let you and Chrono, let Dag and Chrono continue to stream without me.
Okay.
Hope we get some pretty nice races though for Phoenix and Tokachi.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Enough. All right. So everyone is done, and I'm gonna halt the music and bring in the points. So Stimpack and Roa and Mivi. So a double podium for VNU's 5th gen. They'll no doubt be happy about it. I suppose they'll would have been more happy had it been a win, but second and third, not bad for these two. Anyway, Stimpack with the win, Roa and Mivi, and those are your top 3. And Chrono, can you continue with the rest?
So, outside the podium, Koni, Kiri, Irene, Admira, Kai, Tearing Hu, Emmy, Nikki, Mizma, Lumi, On the next page, starting from 14th, Mamie, Minya, Crispy, Crispica, that is. Utahime, Amoriel, Yayugiri, Chitamu Omo, Triggerfish, Mercy, Goro, Maeve, Reina, Alias. Then rounding out the field is Maeve, Reina, Alias, Eliza, Miel, Ruby, Hysteria, Perry, Terra, Snoozy, Rem, Kokone, and Azusa.
Top 30
All
in the.
suffered,
Yeah, I think.
all having suffered different incidents.
Okay, I think I'm missing a name here. 23 Coral, maybe. Then Reina. Then Reina is Eliza, Miel, and the rest of the field. Maybe Hysteria, Perry, Terra, Snoozy, Rem, Kokone, Azusa. That's 36 all told. Top 30. Excuse me. Of course. Scoring points. Go ahead and getting the points table ready and see how it is with the championships trail standings. Make sure it's all 36 in, and all 36 are indeed in. Make that 101 for Stim Pack for a win from Pole. And so this is spicy stuff. We are witnessing, people. We have a new points leader in Maybe Ivory. Yeah, Maybe Ivory of BNU currently leading with 292 points. Ms. Horizon, 287. And Kumanoi Miel, 276 is in third. Fourth is Mayfei, 268. And Alias Anono is rounding out the top five with 256. And is anyone having issues so far in Le Mans? I think everyone's doing fine. I don't see any problems by anyone. Anyway, the race here in Hampton Downs belongs to Stimpack, so congrats to Stimpack. Anyway, we are going to take a break for a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to take a break in a few minutes, and then after that, we will head over to Phoenix for round 11, an oval race on the 1 mile dogleg oval. So you're going to stick around for Phoenix, Chrono?
Yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. See y'all in a bit. Okay, back in action here with the chrono here as we will move on to Phoenix Raceway for another brief stop in the States. So we're using the pre-2018 layout in which the start finish is on the long straightaway instead of just before the dog leg as it is nowadays. So this is a 5-turn oval and not 4 as in most tracks. So rolling starts and laps and time 25 minutes and 60 laps. And we are going to fudge around and find out what will happen if we race under the lights. How do you feel about a nighttime race, Chrono?
Absolutely stoked.
Yeah, okay. Alright, relatively flat circuits. No steeper than 11 degrees in the turns, so let's see some flat-out racing as we go ahead and click load. Okay. A couple of cars having issues here as we see a yellow flag. Uh-oh. Careful there. Someone just had an oopsie-whoopsie in Le Mans. But anyway, we gotta get to the qualifying at hand. I'm gonna show who will come up for qualifying. It's I suppose we'll follow along with Goro. We're gonna start off here and showcase a preview lap.
Unrelated to Majima, by the way.
Yeah. Oh right. Oh my. This looks awkward. Oh, a car smoking. That may as well go in the Onyo channel on the VTRP Discord. And yes. Yeah, so, yeah, and I also have this sound effect for that blooper. Anyway, let's set a grid of 40 cars. 40 will qualify for this race. Because why not? Why not? And might we do a reset? I guess not, but it's again not looking too good for Mayfei, who still hasn't scored since her win at Michigan. That's 3 consecutive DNQs for her, and Tomoe also missing out, mesmerizing, too mesmerized to deal with short oval shenanigans, and quite a few names that we'll have to set aside for the time being. Sarah Luceri also. No, you know what? No, not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. I mean, Mayfei again will miss on qualifying, and Stimpack will have the previous race winner's curse for not qualifying, but just yeah. Just whatever. So, just, yeah. Yeah. Volti didn't qualify either, but, I don't even know anymore. Well, Kai didn't make it, but Coney made it in. Tanya didn't make it, Lumi, Volti, Ruby, Bonnie, and, again, previous race winner's curse. And, yeah. Well, okay, so fresh off of her disappointing run in Hampton Downs, Yokago Kokone will get the nod for pole. So Kokone in the front row, followed by Rem Kanashibari. Please continue.
Alias in third. Mercy in fourth, hoping to redeem herself from Hampton Downs. Irie following close behind. Rararokora for V4M following. Rowa Arctos, VNU. Perry Winkleton of SVP. Koma Oboro of Specialite. Bami from Glitch Stars. Koa from Idol ES. Emmy from VLR and Daisy from Wildfire of Idol. And following that is Madam from another game from VLR. VLR is quite doing well in this one. Omo 15th. Then followed by Goro, Utahime, Reina, Amoria, Sarah, Miel, Mia, Mivi, Leia, Taiga, and Eliza. That will be 15 to 26 in that order. And not quite making the whole grid yet. Triggerfish, Snoozy, Yae, Mizma, Tearinghu. They did. Rina, Boko, Terra, Tomoe, Kirispika, Hysteria, Nova, and Azusa. And last will be Coney from Isle Endless.
All right, that's the entire 40 car grid. I said 60 because this race is set to be a 60 lapper. So, yeah. Numbers are hard sometimes, and yeah, especially with the interesting average points situation that's Chrono suggested. Very interesting. Wanted to see more of that.
That's not me. That was a doc.
Oh yeah, a doc. Yeah. It's not only that numbers are hard, names are hard. So yeah. For me, I get it. All right, let's get to the race.
What will be then? Oh, Kokone is on pole?
Yeah, she is. She is.
Also, I want to ask, what is the safety car? What car is it? I want to say it's a Tibra, but
it's one of the stock R Factor cars, and what's that number in the upper corner? I don't know how to turn it off. I'm suddenly seeing it, but did I press a button or something? I don't know how to turn it off, but it shouldn't affect the race. Hopefully. Yeah. Anyway, we're set to begin here.
I think that's FPS, and we are underway in Phoenix as Kokone is already embattled by Ram and Alias.
Rewind.
With Martin being pinched in this V sandwich. Actually, she's a V herself, V allure.
So it's Kokone after one, but Alias.
Off inside.
Everyone made it.
Mercy's already lagging.
Mercy's lagging. Oh, down to fifth.
Probably conserving energy for the later stages of the race, and that's a purple car, and that's Yurikazu Kokone retaking the lead.
And halt for bits and quickly open the volume mixer and turn down the sound a bit. And okay. And now it seems to have disappeared the thing on the upper right hand corner, the random numbers and stuff. I'm sure it can't be I don't even know if that's considered FPS, frames per second, because if I press Control F twice, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner the gauge of frames per second going on.
Yes.
Yeah, engines are loud, so I'm having to turn down the sound a bit. So, anyway, Ram Kanashibari performing pretty darn well in nighttime settings, considering she's a sleepyhead, a sleepy girl right there, but fast awake here, as we have someone inexplicably in 40th in Rawarakora, and I didn't even press the replay button for some reason. I didn't press the replay button, but it's something might have happened. I don't know.
And speaking of night races, I want, like, say, special stage Week 5 from GT to be on more screens. Mercy now on the lead.
Yeah.
No Mercy, making her competitor scream her name.
3 wide again.
How agreed, guys.
We've seen quite a lot of 3 wide actions so far here.
As her debut tagline goes, either way, he'll scream for mercy.
Alias hoping for a second win of the month. She won in the Daytona Road Course.
Mercy on the move. Just right behind that black car of Alias. Alias defends from the inside, and outside is no-go, and Rem swipes the second place from her.
10
and
through
is looking
50 to
for
go.
another.
With a pack of cars on hand, and also bothered by that lap car.
Some diggling.
Whoa. Whoa, some wiggling indeed. More 3 wide action.
In this kind of pack racing, one slip up can be very, very disastrous, as we've always seen in NASCAR and IndyCar.
Yeah.
The two, of course, being known for their ovals.
We definitely need more oval races in real-life IndyCar. Yeah, there is an oval race coming up tomorrow night at Gateway, which the BTRP has visited quite a lot of times this year so far.
Man, the lead here is like a pendulum.
Yeah, we've seen many instances of race lead changes on ovals in R-Factor series, in CorpoCar and IndyCar and the VTFs.
I think what makes ovals exciting is that there's not much variables in terms of the circuit. Because, you know, low left turn, low turn left.
Yeah, it's more than just simply going fast, going left. There's plenty of strategy involved. When to make a move on your immediate opponent ahead, and yeah, when to strike, conservation of fuel and engine and other stuff. It's yeah, the oval racing is much more complex than one might think.
Yeah, I'm realizing it now myself, being more of a circuit fan.
As in road street courses with left and right-hand turns.
Yeah, I'm more of a Spa or a Silverstone kind of boy, having been raised from GT2 myself. There was one oval in that game. Irie's driving quite well in this one.
Yeah, but she has been dealing with a couple of bad luck situations when in the lead or vying for the lead. Yeah, doesn't want to screw things up late in the race. Yeah, there's still like
knock on wood, like that.
Yeah, there's still 2/3 of the race left. Exactly 2/3 of the race left. We're going to be down to 40 here with Daisy Dandelion of Idle Corp leading.
That's funny. Both her names are flowers. Maybe that was the intention.
Yeah, Daisy Dandelion, Daisy the lion, because she's, of course, a lion. As we have a driver.
Another. A certain priestess would be proud.
And, oh, that's the pole sitter, Kokone.
Yeah.
Kokone having struggle again.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. Irie's up into the lead now, but there's still plenty more action to go here.
If you can, Dag, what exactly is Ren?
Yeah.
Like a vampire or some underworlder kind of thing?
I don't know. I'm all I know is that she is British.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a resident racer from Globe.
He's before Mirai. But yeah. It's still Brave Group. It's still Brave Group anyway.
Yeah.
Barbara Ricora really desperate, wanting to get back into the lead lap with 2 cars ahead of her.
There's a developing beehive of cars vying all for the lead. Things are about to get confusing as lap cars try to unlap.
Yeah. Amy Majoko up to the lead, wants to give Glitch Stars another win after Stempac's win at Hampton Downs. But it's not going to be easy with this pack of cars going side by side.
There are also from other agencies too.
Yeah, there's 11 different agencies being represented in the CorpoCar Season 7.
Speaking of more corpos, I'm on request here. FSP.
First Stage Pro?
Yes, but the reverse of what you did for Glowy. Just the men for now.
I might consider the concern is the roster, the full CorpoCar roster being too big. I'm aware that VAlure is adding new talents pretty soon, and I don't know what it is for other agencies. I know Idol's losing a few members, and VNU has lost a few members, and will lose another one in Penelope Wiseman very soon.
Our resident fantasy racer is absolutely hyped for a role lead.
Yeah, she is one of the front runners right now in 8th. Well, it's a big distance between 8th and yeah. Leah Asimov, another Glitch Stars member, doing pretty well here on this Phoenix short oval, 1 mile in length. Irie and Alias, your top 2 at the moment. But Gorogaomi also doing pretty darn strong, wants to give Stellarverse their very first CorpoCar Worlds win. And here she is passing Irie and about to pass Alias as well. Just has the inside, just needs a bit more of a push. But also gotta watch out for Akugaki Koa, who's joined the parade with 25 to go. That is a fun song indeed. Yeah. Anyway, we will have Formula Hollow next weekend. Formula Hollow and Stars Racing. Yeah, Stars. It's gonna be another double round for Stars. So we're gonna head on over to. Is it a double round or I don't remember. I feel like it.
I know you decide. You're the showrunner here.
Double rounder. I feel like it could be a double round as I try to pay attention to the action here, and it's hard to do so. It's hard to shuffle between screens. I mean, okay, what's up for Stars coming up? It is a double round. It's yeah, we are going to be at the Castellet, the Paul Ricard circuit in France, and the Baku Street circuit in Azerbaijan for both STCC and FHWC next weekend. So maybe a Friday night, Saturday morning affair. Either that or maybe split the races for Stars on Friday and Saturday of next weekend, and of course Formula Hollow on Sunday, because that's the way we do things here. And then I got a jam-packed Formula Hollow and Stars the following weekend. Yeah, as in Stars Friday night, and then Formula Hollow the next day on Saturday, and then Stars and Formula Hollow 3 races on Sunday, and that's going to be quite tricky. Yeah, it's a mishmash of races to finish off the season. I'm hoping to finish the Formula Hollow and STCC seasons in mid-July. And
you'll know what happens next.
Yeah, I've been doing a testing of tracks. Yeah, the AI track at Austin. I've noticed that it looked rather dismal, so I'm having to roll back to an older layout. I'm testing new layouts for I forgot where, Singapore, Marina Bay Circuit, and a couple of other layouts. Okay, where is it?
Speaking of new things,
yes.
I just recently discovered that I put 2 of the same car on the list, so the name. I have since corrected that with putting in the newer NSX GP3 program.
Oh! Chaos! Rawarakura! Oh, that was close! Oh, Rawarakura avoided disaster. I'm not going to press the replay button, but she is going to be stuck. As cars go in, and oh, thank goodness, Irie has managed to avoid disaster as cars come in for a rather wacky shuffle. It looks like cars coming in for the pit stop shuffle, as we have more chaos coming in, and yeah, this is awkward. Ayala Sonono is out of the race, as the sounds don't want to work. Come on.
Your lights don't work like they used to before.
Yeah. Everyone is shuffling, and yep. Lots and lots of chaos.
And bodywork lost.
Yeah. And right there by Takakona against Tony Confetti, I think, and
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the whole side section.
Yeah. That's the end of Mibby's race.
She has barely a car.
Indeed. Hidespica up in front. And she goes into pit lane.
For a while at least, and oh my gosh. Mercy's car.
And it's hard to tell who's who anymore. And Irie is out of the race. So, come on, play that sound. Come, there we go.
Oh boy. I'm sure Irie's fans are all saying it's also tiresome.
Yeah.
And at this point, we'll have to agree. It's getting to be a bit tiresome.
Another one down. Again, the touch portal is just having issues. Let's press the refresh. And, yeah, just need to check. Yeah, okay. Okay, go me up in front with a pretty decent chance of getting Stellarverse Pro their first win.
Who's the one with that bear mask hat?
And Snoozy Chew is still somehow outside the top 30.
I was wondering who was that chick with the bear face hat. That's Galara, apparently.
Tons and tons of chaos, and yeah. And that confirms that this race is officially dismal. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to remember that.
Oh! Ow. Yeah. Drivers have suddenly forgotten how to race here. Not Goro, though. I think she did fine in pit stop and has avoided a disaster here. Coming down to 4.
It has been quite humid again here. The rains have stuck where I am.
Yeah, hopefully things are holding up where you are right now. As Terra 44 is second, Daisy Dandelion is third.
It's hot and stuffy where I am.
What's the lead for Goro? 9 seconds, but she is starting to reach some traffic. And yeah, Terra is a bit too far away to deal with some issues as we come down to 2 laps.
Now, the win is a 4:04 for Terra.
And the white flag will be waved for Gorogami. 1 mile away from giving Stellarverse Pro a win.
I like her design.
Yeah, pretty nice here. And we will come down to the finish and finally put an end to whatever this race is. Gorogami is your winner here in Phoenix. That is officially a race win for Stellarverse. And Terra 404 does finish second for V4 Mirai, and Daisy Dandelion takes P3 for Idle Corp. And yeah, this race, I don't even know anymore. Yeah, only 6 cars managed to finish all 6 laps in the race. Only finished 10 and a half seconds ahead of 20 minutes. That's a rather fast race. Despite the BS we're seeing right here. Snoozy Chew scored this race, and Irie didn't.
That's another BS.
But that does mean that Snoozy will break her points drought, it looks
curse.
like. Yeah, points droughts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Goro, Terra, Daisy, your top three. Please continue.
All right. And filling out the rest of the first page, Kirispika, Leia, Hysteria, Mamie, Miel, Mia, Nova, Rara, Taiga, and Amoria. That would be 4 to 13. Then next page, starting from 14 up down to 26. Imi, Poco, Eliza, Sarah, Chibi survives the chaos. Tearing Who, Mercy, Triggerfish, Rina, Utahime, Tomoe, Mizma, and Snoozy. And then making up the tail end of the field, Omo, Koma, Yai, Kowa, Azusa, Koni, Airi, Vivi, Reina, Rem, Roa, Alias, Perry, and Kokone, all having suffered different flavors of incidents. Again.
Yeah. Especially awkward for Kokone. Another DNF from her. And her best chances of winning with her pole being squandered by being the first driver out of this race. It's short oval shenanigans, screwing things up here in CorpoCar action, as we shall.
Currently a Porsche 1-2 in Le Mans.
Oh, whoa.
Yes, sir. As with a live update from an ARO member.
Ooh. Anyway, let's have a look at this groaner of a championship standings here. Let's see. Unlucky for Roa, didn't score. Kokone just getting the 1 point for her efforts, and Alias, even her, she didn't. She failed to score, and she was close to the lead at one point. Was in the lead at one point, maybe. And Alias, Alias, not Perry Winkleton, another not, and man. Oh yeah, let's see. On the top
it has to be. It has to get tiresome for some people.
Anyway, I'm sure the championship standings will be adjusted in some way. Well, look at this. Kuminoi Meal has regained the championship points lead, having scored in all 11 rounds. All 11 races she has scored. Not even Irie can manage to have that luxury. Kuminoi Meal, 312. Mizma Rising, 293. Maybe Ivory, 292. And then we have Mayfei, 268, and Alias Onono, 256. That's your top scorers, and even with that point scoring result by Suzy Chu, she still remains a massive distant last, 54th out of 54 by 30 points. Boy.
Yabe.
Yabe indeed, Chrono. All right, we are going to get out of here, and then we are going to move on to Tokachi. So see you all in a couple minutes for
Time
more.
To say konnichiwa.
Yes. Konnichiwa to Tokachi. All right, see you all in a few minutes. Alright. Back again. Let's go ahead and make our way across the Pacific again, as we shall mosey on over to Tokachi. Using the full layout. We're going to use the default layout. We're going to be racing clockwise here. Tokachi International Speedway in Hokkaido. Used to be a rather popular series track in the Super Taikyu series. It's still is utilized nowadays, just not in some major Japan series right now. Let's see. 5.091 kilometer, 3.163 mile, 15 turn. We're using the full layout.
Gun.
I will set the time back to normal, just so I don't forget. 1 p.m. standing start time 21 minutes.
1 p.m. That's
Yeah.
the time I usually eat lunch.
Yeah, and you can watch racing while you eat a nice delicious lunch.
It's not lunch anymore in where I am now. It's
Yeah,
rather after dinner.
yes, yeah,
It's supposed to
after
be
dinner.
midnight.
Oh dear. Gazu's probably having some issues. Gazu, not so great. Doing some refueling. Somehow, the number 6 Penske has managed to make their way up to second in Hypercar, interestingly enough. Nope.
Penske is Porsche, right? If I'm not mistaking things.
Yeah. It is. We do need to do a track preview, and yeah, that's all cars in, and yeah, okay, and yeah, and the tires are inexplicably red because I forgot to change a setting. So we're just gonna roll with it on those tires, and yeah, I know that's a terrible joke.
Oh, what a shame.
Roll. Yeah, a certain priestess would understand.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit and do a track preview. Can you do a track preview, Chrono?
Can't promise as better as you, but oh well, I'll start. Who's this? First turn, 90. Second turn, another 90 after a short while. Then it says quick sequence, third and fourth. That's a right and left. Into another left that's quite not 90. And into a right. Brake again for another right, then a left, a bank left shortly. Have to watch out for that. Down into what would be a DRS zone and into a left-hander hairpin.
Not quite banked.
But it's still slightly banked. Onto the right. And another right. We approach the back straight of the back part of this circuit. And another right. Almost make a square, then a left-right chicane to end it all.
Yeah. An interesting boxy-shaped track that is Tokachi. Has multiple different layouts. Can't
Splatoon 3 weapon.
Yeah, interesting track. You can race one direction and the other, and has multiple different layouts. We're just going to be racing clockwise here as we set the 36-car grid for this race. Grid us, please.
I missed that.
And
I
no,
missed
not
that.
like this, not like this, not like this. We're going to have to re-roll. We're going to have to re-roll.
I miss the days where racetracks can be raced reverse, be it fictional or real.
Re-roll again. Sorry, as you saying.
I was just rambling about how games nowadays don't use reverse layouts anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. And yeah, again. And so yeah. Yeah, let's see how it is, and okay. Yeah, that's good enough. And we have previous race winner's curse again. That's another one right there. And is it a full sweep of curses for today? Not quite, but 2 of 3 is rather silly.
Very
so. Yeah.
And very concerning.
Ruby doesn't make it. Yay. Poco, Monet, telling who Daisy Dandelion also. This is the cut in again. Tomoe Amari with a yeah. Now just today hasn't been her day. And a few more names that we'll have to trim. Kiri Kilovolt starting back row along with Chabelle Tanya. Yelisa no missing out, and Triggerfish, Shibby, I'm afraid can't race. Reina, Admira, and Chitamu, and 36 cars are in this race, and we'll see how silly this field is. And yeah, this is what you get when you re-roll several times. All right, Leah Asimov of Glitch Stars. We'll start off at pole for this race. And what's the rest of the field looking like? Yoo, Chrono.
Okay, so where are we?
Leah, and then
Okay, so from below the podium, Azusa, Amoria, Mercy makes it again for the 3rd time in this stream. Eliza, Utahime, Kai, Krispika, Mivi, Taiga, Mia. Then coming up into the next page.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure I had the livery looking fine for yes, okay. Kai's livery is fine, and after Mia we have go ahead, Chrono.
Stimpak, Rem, Koa, Rara, Rina, Miel, Yukime, Perry, Minya, Coney, Bonnie, Snoozy, and Mamie. And for our last page.
And for the last page.
Oh, not quite a page. So Koma, Nikki, Mayfei, Kokone, Sarah, Roa, Torai, Nesma, Kiri, and Tonya. It'll be a long day in the office for Kiri.
If what you mean by a long day is 21 or so minutes.
Yeah.
But we are set to go here for round 12 of 15. Inexplicably raced on red tires because I forgot to change a setting as I've already mentioned. So yeah. Well, let's go ahead and race at Tokachi. set to go here, and here come the red lights. Soon they'll turn green, and we'll be set to go. Round 12 at Tokachi is underway. And expect
to move with that lead.
Yeah, expect a confusing shuffle. The grid may tend to shuffle crazily. Yeah. This track has a bit of a glitch with the positioning of drivers, but it does correct itself after a couple turns, and then the same issues happen again on the just past the start finish. But we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is with this race. Good start by Leah Asamava as she wants to give Glitch Stars another win. Looking forward to introducing their newest member next weekend, Kana Yanagi, at Offkai next weekend. And I'm already mentioning Offkai, and I'm gonna have to drink a lot next weekend. And yeah, just please drink responsibly, everyone. Don't be like me. Don't pig out with what you drink. Amoria against Azusa Honami and Mercy Modista. And here comes Azusa going up ahead. Struggling, has been struggling today, but it's looking pretty good here early on.
Again, if you're a fan of her, knock on wood.
Yeah, just yeah, I'm gonna... Okay. Leah, and I don't know anymore. So Leah, Irie, Azusa, the top three. Okay. That makes much more logical sense.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Page races recently.
The TV, the standings glitch occurs just after start finish, so it should be fine. Nikki Ray in pit lane, Kumanoi Miel. Disappoints leader having to stop at pit lane. Yeah, not liking what
can't be any good.
Not liking what we're seeing so far. Car having issue, but yeah, everything has corrected itself, it looks like. Meanwhile, we have the race winner at Hampton Downs, Stimpak, the managerial talent of Glitch Stars, trying to do fine here. And Kai Sakoda, in her last weekend of BTRP racing action, right here. And is Coney in this race? There she is, Coney Confetti. And I know that Nikki Ray is in this race. We just saw her struggling in pit lane, so we're gonna try to feature these three as much as possible in their last weekend.
Especially tomorrow.
Yeah, especially tomorrow. Yeah.
Because that's their last. Volty is trying something down the inside, and down the outside, and she goes through.
Yeah. Okay, Leah is having to deal with Neil's car in the way, so traffic is starting to be a burden. Leah waiting for an opportunity to go past Meal, because our Vector 1 doesn't seem to know how blue flags work. Irie slowly trying to approach Leah, as we may have another car in the way. That's Nikki right there. That's the one I was referring to. That's the other car in the way of things. So we're going to be through the first 5 minutes of this race as we see another couple cars having to stop at pit lane in Roa Arctos and Meme Majoko. Not an easy track to race on, and yeah. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Couple of bears just not doing so hot. Thought I saw a bit of an issue, maybe with one of the drivers, but yeah, I don't know. Irie Veritas has jumped up to the front somehow, followed by Terra 404, who had herself an impressive podium finish at Phoenix. No thanks to ridiculous pit stop shuffle, just screwing things up for most drivers. Mercy.
The colors,
yeah.
404.
Yeah.
Oh, green to black. Interesting.
Green, blue, and black. Very nice color scheme. Have you had a look at the spotter guides for CorpoCar Worlds this season? If you look well up in the other announcements in the Discord.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, we have some drivers. We have most drivers with simple color schemes, others with more complex patterns. Like, for example, Mamie with an interesting layout.
That's something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put something at.
And Irie also with a nice look.
Very nice.
Whoa!
And Snoozy.
Snoozy, Chew, come the hell on, Snoozy.
Physics moment.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to force a replay. Just see what's just happened. She's been having the toughest of luck here, and just ay. What the crap? This is just absolute nuts for Snoozy. Just forgotten what driving is all about, and oh, dude.
Yeah, I'd say it was just one curb too many. Just as the Joker movie says, all it takes is one bad day, or in this case, one bad curb.
You're definitely right. And Kokone again. Another bad day for her. And Mei Fei finally getting into a race today, and she's below the points at the moment.
She gets El Maud.
Yeah, Elmoud, I'd rather not use that term.
Oh no,
that curb! Come on, careful. We don't want any more tragedies here, as cars just struggle with the curb.
That's Eliza committing a spinala.
Spinala by Eliza.Eve. And it's, yeah.
Pretty sure it's just Eve. Okay, the first one.
She looks fine, luckily. But, is anyone still hurt? I can't tell. Anyway.
Hopefully not. Irie's leading, followed by Mercy, and followed by... who? Roa.
Not Roa, Leah. I believe Roa is a lapped car.
F.
Roa is a lapped car, and Azusa on the chase against Leah. Amoria also wanting to have a second win of the month, maybe.
He did not manage to...
Oh, bad luck for Leah just
And commits
congratulations and chaos. Uh-oh. There go the front wings for Leah. No, Leah's fine, but amazingly, front wing also intact for Tara. Well, I was expecting worse, but no. This just minimal damage for both Leah and Tara. As we have cars continuing to tangle, and
Oh boy.
and yeah.
He gets the lead, and then this happens. Yeah, it's kind of getting tiresome.
Yeah. No. We got a race to finish.
RC's leading, I guess. Boy. Sounds like my whole life these past 9 years. Being in a good position only for it to be swept away by some BS that you cannot control in any way, shape, or form. Okay, enough rambling. Back to live action.
And mission failed this time for Coney.
Tel Aviv, we have a problem. As you know, it used to be
Yeah.
Jewish.
Anyway, positions continue to shuffle. Mercy. Have Wheeler won a Worlds race as of yet?
I don't think so. Not to my memory, at least.
Actually, they have. They have before. Last season. That was Emmy Biso at Edmonton last season. And why did I put down the S? Why did I put down season 8 for some of these tracks? No. These are season 7. We're still on season 7. Season 8 isn't until a few months from now.
Alright. We're still on the biannual grind.
And more DNFs here. This time it's oh dear. We have with Koma out. Lumi Yukina is also a goner. And yeah, that's two more out of the race. And here is whom is still supposed to be leading the race in Mercy. And Moriaz is still second by a few seconds behind Mercy. As positions still continue to shuffle along in whatever this race is supposed to be.
At least it's a cool high wind. For me personally, at least. And her senpais. Crispy on the pits because the rear wing's a goner.
Yeah.
still sowing her lead. She's sowing her way to a victory. Weaving that fine thread along this Tokachi track.
Little under 6 minutes to go. It's Mercy, Amoria, and Azusa. Sakota up in 4th in one of her final races. In Corpo.
Ending on a banger, perhaps?
Hopefully, yeah. Stimpack also having a very nice race here.
I'm having a very bad memory from FH. Do you wanna know?
What is it, A-chan?
No. It's a more recent one. As in very recent. So... Gura. The other A.
It could be, yeah. I figured it might be one of the more recent graduates.
Wins and then announces graduation. And the only win, by the way, from Myth as Snoozy falls out of bounds of the track inexplicably. Oh boy. What am I even seeing here? And miraculously...
And Kokone has crashed out. Kokone is a goner. Yurikano Kokone, another fail.
Oh no!
What has life done to you?
Bad luck continuing for Yurikano Kokone. I suppose the trauma of losing another gen mate has been affecting her negative.
Yeah,
What a shame. What a shame.
Same with pretty much everyone in Holo X. And she's still alive. Snoozy's still alive.
Somehow.
With minimal distance.
Somehow.
R-Factor Gremlins in full force. And she navigates that bank turn. That feeds onto the only non-main straight. Against Ara.
I am half wanting to scrap the results of this race because I inexplicably have the red tires up.
So long as it applies to everyone, all good. Mercy now having to deal with lap traffic.
Okay, as it stands, we are going to be 2 to go. It's going to be 2 to go. With Mercy leading, followed by what's supposed to be Amoria. And Snoozy Chew, just ready to accept her fate and be one of the first ones eliminated from title contention, it seems. As Rena Lunette now faces the same issue that Snoozy just had, being well outside the track. Just wanted to get back in somehow. And nope, not this time. And nope.
Possible. How is it even possible?
Yeah, it's too sloped up for Arena to even bother.
Nope, I think he just backed up and tried it with more speed, I guess.
Yeah.
I think white flag for Mercy.
Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah. Basically, Rena is all but screwed. All right. And Mercy is fine.
Kohai's first win in CorpoCar World, or CorpoCar at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And time is about to expire. Where is one? Where is one? It's two.
So it's Mercy, Amoria, and Azusa Honami.
Konami, bar R-Factor Gremlins.
Now, all that Mercy has to do to secure a win is just not mess up on that last turn. And we have seen a handful of instances of drivers messing up on that last turn before start finish.
To the hairpin. Into that slightly wider hairpin.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 290 degrees. That is thankfully rounded rectangles, not the sharp ones that city tracks usually have. And she's approaching the chicane.
Uh-oh. What does Mercy have? Does she make it through without issue? She's fine. She's fine, and she is gonna get the dub. Mercy Modiste gets the win at Tokachi. And I don't know why the seconds are looking like that. Those of course make no sense. The actual win is by 5.036 seconds. Mercy Modiste wins at whatever this Tokachi race ended up being.
It's not as wild as the Phoenix one, arguably.
Yeah, but still, I gotta get my ibuprofen ready.
Yeah.
Amoria takes second, and Azusa Honami will finish third.
At least Mercy winning is my ibuprofen. I am something of a senpai myself.
Couple more turns, and this race is officially over, whether you like it or not.
I'm sure most would like it to be.
All right, so let's not come back to this track for quite a long while after this one, as we bring in the standings for this race, as we're seeing a super pulse. I don't know what. Yeah, that's a weird looking sign right there. Let's I'm still seeing super. Yeah. Mercy, your winner. Amoria second, and Azusa third. Please continue, Chrono.
Right then, so Kai ending quite a banger. Dimpac, Terra, Rem, Vivi, Taiga, Bonnie, Eliza, Mia, and Leia are erstwhile pole sitter. What happened there, though? Minya on 14th, and Kier makes a huge comeback from like 35 to 15. Dedicated racer right there. And following her would be the one beside her, Chabel Ponya. And then Koa, Misma, Rara, Perry, Sarah, Utahime, Tomomi, and Miel are then Toraya are lead lap finishers. Then Miel, Ray, Roa, Mayfei, Snoozy, and Kirispika classified as finished, down 2 laps. Then Majoko, Mamie, finishing down 4th, and our DNFs were Rina, Kokone, Lumi, Oboro, Koni, and
don't get us started on what just happened there. Okay, let's this is locking the points and then get out of here because yeah. Let's see. Okay, we have the points here, and then we're going to open this up, and yes, we are certainly going to see some names that are going to be out of championship contention. All 36 names are in, and I don't even know who was pulled for this race. Leah? Okay, great, Leah. We'll get a bonus point, 27, and I don't have my number lock key enabled, so let's go ahead and fix that. Pull for Leah, and let's have a look at who will be well out of championship contention. Let's see.
Going to the final
stream. That's obviously we're gonna have one out of championship contention. I'm sorry to report that is Snoozy Chu. Yeah.
Forever gonna have cobwebs in her room.
Yeah, but she will be back for Worlds in December because she's the only one in her agency to make Worlds this year, and so she will be back in Worlds in December. So so she shouldn't lose hope. She'll try again come December. But 53 other names are still alive. Let's have a look at the top 5 as they currently stand. And we have a change in the standings here. Despite Miel still having Miel still having scored all 12 races so far, maybe Ivory has the points lead with 328. And then we have Miel with 319. Misma, 309, Mia, 279, and finally Mayfei with 272. So, Chrono, what did we learn for today? Head ski are cheaters?
What? That's a wild accusation right there, Dego. That's quite the wild accusation right there.
Yeah. What did we actually learn for today?
I seriously don't know. Other than if you're an Irie or a Kokone fan, I understand if you drink tonight.
Yeah, but please do not mix acetaminophen, ibuprofen with alcoholic drinks. It's just no good. No. Either one or the other. Just not both, because that would just not that great. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. We are gonna wrap up tomorrow as we put in the schedule here, and we have some interesting races going on to wrap up the CorpoCar Season 7. I suppose an 11 a.m. Eastern start tomorrow, actually, because I don't want to miss the finish of the Le Mans race. Albacete up in Spain, Cleveland, the Airport Street Circuit, and the Las Vegas Oval to wrap up the season and award the Gold Star winner. So that's going to do it. Thanks again for coming into commentary, Chrono.
You cut out.
Thanks again for commentary, Chrono.
My pleasure.
Right, and everyone have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of CorpoCar Season 7 and determine the champion of the season. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the Le Mans 24 hours and stuff. Otodag!
Natsu Kurono.